Okay, we got the new sleeve in. Ordered it from Riffraff Diesel. They're out of Oregon. I'm sure it's good quality, but just mildly disappointed because, I don't know, it's like 3/4 of an inch shorter. Maybe a half inch to 3/4. I'm gonna go ahead and try it, see how it goes. Maybe the other side is a little bit longer, or maybe I can adjust the length a little bit if I have to move the tube up. We'll see. Meantime, I'll go ahead and get this one off and get that one on, and we'll see how it goes. All right, here are the two sleeves side by side. This is the original Ford. This is the Riffraff Diesel, and the Riffraff Diesel is shorter. I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. I mean, you can see what portion is going to go over the CAC tube. It's kind of outlined here. On the other side, not so much, but on this side it is. So there's an area that's going to be reserved for the clamp, and that clamp line is marked here easily on the Ford. I kind of like that, and it gives you a little bit of play. So I don't know. We're obviously going to use the Riffraff Diesel and see how it works. See if I have to do anything odd. We'll be back. Well, while the hurricane was coming through, I went ahead and finished up getting the CAC tube on. I might readjust some of these clamps after I get everything else together. This Riffraff sleeve, well, it went on, but the stock sleeve went all the way up to here, which I would have liked to have seen. So I'm gonna double check online to put this in what seemed to be the obvious position, but it's a possibility I need to flip the elbow around. I'm not sure. And if these clamps stick up too far, I might kind of change those out. I don't know yet. And I've got the air tube on. I don't know what you call it. You gotta tighten it up still, but at least it's on. This used to fit over something, a bolt head maybe, and these were at an extreme angle bent back, which is not good because definitely a high chance of cramping them and breaking them. So I'm going to try to get that back into a normal position. I got new clips on order. I got a new air filter on order. I discovered I was missing 3 of these clips that go here and here and here and on the other side. And this whole thing was installed just a little bit cockeyed. It wasn't sealed properly. And I still got the degas bottle to get in. I think I'm going to wait till I get this assembled properly. And then I think I'll probably, before I get the degas bottle in, I'm going to backtrack this wiring mess. I'm pretty sure it's for the, what do you call it, turnpike pass device that is installed underneath the dash area. And I'll probably go back to what I assume is going to be the fuse box underneath there and see if I can just disconnect the whole thing. I don't like these this extra wiring crap. And then we're going to get to this side, which is the inner fender well, vacuum reservoir, possibly a vacuum pump. Not sure, got to read up on that. And I also see that something, no, that's just a hold down for the AC. But I did notice that, I don't know if you can see it, inside here the shroud is supposed to fasten to something, and I've got 2 bolt holes here that I'm sure are supposed to do something. So we got some parts missing. I think it's a shroud of some type. Heck, who knows, might even be a shroud over the whole engine, I don't know. But I'll do some research and see if I can get some images and help me discover what's it all about. Otherwise, we're getting there. And the storm's died down, so I'm gonna take a break. We'll be back. All right, I'm exploring this sleeve a little bit. So on the CAC hot side of the tube here, we've got a groove. Now on the interior of the sleeve, obviously there's a groove here. The other side does not have a groove. So this groove, you would think, would rest in here to provide more friction for holding it. And I've got this, I'll loosen this up a little bit more. Once again, I'm going to probably turn off the camera because I can't do this one-handed, but slide this down. So what I'm going to do is see if the groove, yes, I can feel it. The groove is right here where the tip of my fingernail is. You can even see there's a little bit of a slight raised indentation. So we want this to be there. So that means the metal is going to be all the way up to about right here. I'm just not getting there. On this side, the metal is right, just barely past the clamp. I think I probably have about maybe an 1/8 of an inch. I don't think that's going to be stopping me because I've got plenty of room here to bring the pipe up. It feels like it's bottoming out on the inside, so maybe I'm just not pressing hard enough. So I'm going to try doing this a little bit differently and see if I can get this pipe inside the sleeve a little bit further. And I've got to put the camera down for this one. Okay, I'm glad I took this back apart. I ended up having to take the clamp off the other end and get to full force on there. But yes, I was able to push this past far enough so I could feel the groove on the sleeve pop into the groove on the tube. It was very evident when it happened. So getting this on out of here, plenty of room, no issues. So if you're putting one of these on, just make sure you, well, I'm not gonna say make sure, but it's going to be very helpful if you shove this bloody thing on so that groove seats into the groove on the tube before you attach it to the turbo. It's just easier to do so. So this is what it looks like. It is all the way up to this point. And once again, I'm going to put the camera down so I can finish tightening this thing up. Alright, this is what I got set up. Of course, I got the boot on sleeve, and I got that groove within the groove of the tube. Then the band is fitting over the area where the groove is. So I guess you can see it's groovy. I know it's bad. It's got a little bit of a crimp in it. I don't think it's terrible, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to spin it to get that crimp out. And I don't think it should be that much. Bloody hell. We'll be back. Alright, I think we can call this the final. So all I did was bend the tube a little bit so the crimp disappeared, so it's more of a natural bend at that angle that you receive it. And of course, doing so, you're going to see the Riffraff logo pretty much right up in front. And of course, the groove's in the groove. This is clamped tight. I took the clamps all the way down and then snugged them up pretty good. You don't put a lot of effort on it. You don't need to crush the tube or break them. Just get them tight. I think you'll feel it. And down here, I'm going to double check these, but I'm pretty sure this is on correctly. I could have switched those clamps around so they were opposite of each other, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it'll be fine. I guess we'll find out when I get a boost on it, see if it slides off or not. But I'm feeling good about it. And I'd read that you need to pre-oil the turbo. Well, I didn't really drain it completely, probably. I definitely didn't flush it out. All I did was just let it sit for a while and clean the exterior and then put it back in. So even though there's no oil in the tube, and there might have been a small amount that has escaped, I think we're good on that. I don't think it's going to take that long for the oil to get up through there. I'll keep the RPMs down quite some bit before putting a load on it. I'm just looking around as I'm talking. I can't walk and talk at the same time. Can't chew gum and walk either. Or is it talk? I can't remember. Still got to tighten this up. Get a new air filter going. And like I said, the degas bottle is going to get installed after I mess with those wires. So I think we can call it complete on the actual turbo portion. That's all I've got for now. Alright, and this is why I replaced that sleeve to begin with. Hopefully you can see the nice, pretty split right there. And of course, I don't know if you can see it, but it's evident on the interior. About dropped it. Almost looks like someone cut it. I don't know, maybe they were trying to get something off. Or maybe they thought they had to cut it to get it off and then changed their mind. I don't know. But that just looks like a cut mark. Regardless, it's been replaced now.